Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Random Encounters Guild. We lose Dylan?
He just walked out the door. I heard him.
He legit waited till the end of the video and got up.
Golly, that's funny.
I know the three of you are in the same house. I need one of you two to get up and go slap him in the face. Please.
Say less.
Here he comes.
Shame this man.
Waited. Boo this man. Boo this man. Waited till the video ended and got up.
Hey guys, get a load of this idiot. Just flew from Idiotsville. Big stupid guy.
Are we talking about me?
Guy.
Are we talking about me?
Yeah, literally, no. Scott was like, "We're going live," and he's like, "All right,
video
welcome
was
everyone."
Like
and you
5
got
minutes long, and then there was an intro video, and as soon as I go live, you get up and walk away. Go play Skyrim.
I had to go move my batteries over for work. I didn't want them to overcharge.
Timing was impeccable.
I just remembered that happened, that I did that.
You piece of crap.
You know what? It's okay because it's Joel's not here yet. So like I was trying to buy some time. That's all it was.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us here on the Random Encounters Guild. This is our Sunday night game. We stream every Sunday night. We are currently running Alien Chariot of the Gods, which is the intro, the starter in adventure that they put out when the game was released. This is one of my favorite games. I love it, and we've been having a lot of fun with it. It is especially fun considering that 3 of my players have never seen the movie, any of the movies, so have no idea what is actually going on, which is exactly how their characters would be.
I technically saw Alien vs. Predator. I don't know if that counts.
It doesn't.
Oh.
Okay.
I was gonna say which one, but they're both not good.
I don't know, the one where he fights Predator in a jungle.
One's like less, I guess.
I'm not a big Predator dude. As much as I love Aliens, I've never really gotten into Predator. However, have you seen Prey?
No.
Prey's really good.
Prey is amazing.
Isn't that the prequel?
Yeah, it's like a prequel.
Awesome.
It's like a Native American like tribe, and like it is really good. It's very, very good. I watched it just a few weeks ago, actually. It's the first time I got to watch it, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. I'm not a big Predators guy, but that one I enjoyed.
Anyway, like the best hockey team ever.
They suck this year.
Actually, no, they're really not.
They're a great hockey team.
I will not stand for this slander.
I know.
I've watched a lot of the games. They're not good.
Yeah, I have most of them on my fantasy hockey team, and that is why I'm no longer at the top of the lineup on our side of things.
Yeah, the game we went to, they were great.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
Oh, the game I went
ever.
to several years ago, they were great. It was a great time, but
See?
We just have to go to every game, then they'll start winning. That's how it works, Davis.
Yep.
Every game I've been to, they won.
Same.
this was when the year when I went. It was back in the day when Jordan Tutu was playing for them.
Oh wow.
Jordan.
That was the last game I got to go to.
That was probably legitimately almost 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Cool though.
And I bet you they're still doing the same chants and cheers as they were doing back then.
You suck. Sorry.
It's all your fault. That's all.
It's all your fault.
Oh, that's at every hockey game. I've never been to a hockey game where they didn't yell at the goalie saying it's all your fault. As you can see, we're missing a Joel. He will be joining us here shortly, hopefully. His daughter was in a softball tournament, and they were trying to get back into town. So he will be jumping in the call soon, and hopefully I will realize that and be able to add him to the OBS call. But what we're going to do until he jumps in, we're going to focus on the other group. Usually, it's not a good thing for a party, especially in this game, for a party to split up and go different ways. But in this case, it's working out in our favor. So, so you guys split up, and all of the crew of the Cronus, along with Wilson and Rye, went up to check out the armory, and then they were going to barricade the crew of the Cronus in the bridge. And when they got to the armory, it had been ransacked. There were, like, it was trashed, and there was this white milky substance all over the floor, like, and I think somebody rolled on it. It may have been Rye or it may have been Wilson. I can't remember who rolled on it, but you recognize it as android blood. When an android gets injured, their blood is white, and that's a giveaway that they're an android. Usually, it's hard to tell if you're talking to an android because they're so well made. In this future, it's not like a robot. You actually get to have a hard time telling that you're talking to an android unless they get injured, and then you see the white blood. Or but they found a pulse rifle and a case of shotgun shells, which is one reload. And there's at the front of the, like, going to the front of the ship off of the armory, there were 2 escape pods, and they had both been ejected. They were gone.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't remember. I think. Oh yeah, the Marine of the Cronus crew, the Marine picked up the pulse rifle, or you guys gave her the pulse rifle, and I think Rye picked up the shotgun shells to give to Davis.
You're in luck. Rye can answer for himself.
Oh, what a guy.
Hey, buddy.
Right on.
Bear in mind, nobody on stream can hear you yet. I don't have you in here yet, but working on it.
Did she win?
Did you not read Discord?
No.
No.
Obviously, he only reads Discord if you tag him.
That's me. I scrolled up after the fact, but
Man got them noties muted.
I really do.
Okay, now with 100% more Quasi. So yeah, we just jumped back. We didn't get started till right at 8 o'clock, and I'm kind of going through the recap. So did you pick up the shotgun shells that you found in the armory, or did Wilson?
Did.
Wilson did. Okay, cool. So that's what was going on there. You found the armory had been kind of stripped, and like they were talking about a mutiny happening. So that would probably be the first place anybody, taking part in the mutiny. That would probably be the first place they would hit, is the armory. But you did find a pulse rifle that the Marine has, and a case of 1 reload of shotgun shells. And then you were making your way back up to the bridge with the Cronus crew. Quasi, I was telling them before we went live, and I want to reiterate to you, because we were talking about it. Your agenda that I've given you, that is just a starting point. That is just something to give you a reference for your character. What you do with that is 100% up to you. How you play your character is your character. It is like, it is your choice. You're free to do whatever you want. Now, if you want to kind of hang back and go explore on your own and kind of disappear for a few minutes, that's on you. There will be consequences for that. People will notice you're gone. You might bump into a xenomorph. You know, there's things going on that might occur, but if that's what you want to do, that is purely your choice, 100%. That agenda is just kind of a frame of reference for you to know what your character is thinking. What you do with that is completely up to you. You're not locked into any. That's called railroading in an RPG. I'm not railroading you.
Right.
I'm just giving you a starting point.
All right.
So yeah, so everybody that group kind of makes their way out of the armory, and I think you were headed straight up to the bridge. There was some talk of going to the mess hall, but I think the primary focus was getting the crew of the Cronus onto the bridge. The other group, the pilot Davis, Lyron Cham, and the medic from the Cronus,
I think his name is like Bob or something,
went down to I've got his name here, I'm just too lazy to look it up. Went down this the junction ladder at the back of the cryo room and went into like the aft of the ship and came out, and there was a long hallway, and looking at your diagrams of the ship, you know that the science lab 1 and 2 were both to your right, but instead of going down there and checking that out, you went left because you were going straight to the med bay because you were wanting to get Cham an inoculation because he took his helmet off and things. It was a concern. You found out that this thing that blew up Cooper's head and jumped out was apparently airborne. So there was a concern that Cham might get sick. You found one inoculation on Cooper's body because he didn't take it, and Rye took it. So
no heroics.
So yeah, you got down to the med bay. There are inside the med bay. There are 2 older generation hauling med pods. One has its plexiglass tube splintered and shattered as if something broke out of it. And MedPod is kind of like a Bacta tank in Star Wars without the liquid. It's just it's an auto dock. You put a person in there and it evaluates, it diagnoses what's the problem, and then goes about fixing them. There's one that is broken, looks like something broke out from the inside. The other one is sealed and lit from within, but the entire inner surface of the plexiglass is covered in thick, dried blood. By the way, again, I always forget. This is Alien. This is horror. Content warning. Just saying. There's a row of large specimen jars. Floating within 2 of them are 2 small alien creatures that look like the creature that you experienced in the cryo bay. On a far shelf is a smaller specimen jar without liquid, containing the nodes, the fungal nodes that you saw in the showers upstairs. On the desk next to that is an open metallic urn. There's 4 organic-looking glass vials inside the urn. 3 of those are intact with some kind of black liquid within them, while the fourth is cracked open and empty. The medic went straight in and grabbed an inoculation to give to Champ. Does Champ take it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna just go ahead and eject yourself with it?
Well, I'm gonna rack my brain because it's been a little bit. It's been a week since we played. I guess I can ask it in character. Who's with
Legit
us?
been a week.
Just you, me, and just you, me, and the medic.
Okay. So then I'll just we'll play the scene out then. All right. Not against taking it. I just need just some guarantees here. The guy upstairs, he taking it as well.
No, we know he did.
That's
We
the
know he
one
didn't.
Rye took. You found on
The
his
one-
body.
okay.
That's the one he was given to take and didn't take.
Patent. All right. Just wanted to double check.
How many of those
Hit me, Doc.
inoculations do you have?
That's
26.
26.
25 now if Cham takes one.
Do we
We're
know
gonna-
where the other ones are?
We're gonna need to save oxygen. It'd be better if the rest of us go ahead and get inoculated too and take off these helmets.
Yeah, I mean it's a case. There's like a pelican case that has got a foam insert with little tubes, and like I said, there's the thing maybe holds 36, and at the moment there's 26 in it. So if Cham takes one, there'll be 25 left.
All right, Doc, and I'll put my hand out.
All right, and he
have it.
hands you one, and he closes the case, and I mean he'll hold one out to Davis.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. And he closes the case and kind of snaps it shut, and yeah, it's got a handle on it. It's meant to be carried. Do you two inject yourselves with this
Yeah,
inoculation?
but really quick, I ask. There's no kind of addiction or intoxication effects, are there?
No, it's just meant to counteract the effects of the spores.
Any side effects that you can think of?
Not that we noticed.
Cool. And I just immediately, vein tap and then go for it.
Now, of course, there was a mutiny. I don't know if that might have caused it.
Well,
No, surely not. Surely not.
Too late now. But please say that exactly the way you just did when we give it to Wilson, as soon as he's taking it. When it's too late, I'd love to see the look on his face. That'd be hilarious to me.
It's all a little bit morbid. What's these little creatures here? You guys got them in vials. You're all doing testing? Like, what is all this?
Those were surgically removed from victims like Cooper. Instead of it bursting out of them like it did with Cooper, the person died of other reasons, and we surgically removed those and kept them, put them in the specimen jars so we could study them.
Care to elaborate on other reasons?
Well, there was the mutiny. I mean, a lot of people died on this ship.
I don't know why I tried to DM you. I can just say this. Can I sneakily try to find something to fulfill my agenda while they're
Yeah.
talking? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shut Discord down when we're streaming because it's
No, I
too
didn't
much
even
for my
think
computer. So
No, I didn't even think about it.
I mean, yeah, I trust these guys to. there may be stuff that happens that your character is not privy to. That's a thing in RPGs is character knowledge and player knowledge. I trust you guys to be able to separate that. So if he does something sneakily, like I may have you roll a I don't remember what it is in this game, but
It looks like manipulation.
yeah, it would be a manipulation roll, which would be your empathy. Or like it just depends on what it is you're trying to do. It would be mobility, and that would be against Cham's observation. If you don't want Cham to see you doing it, you two would roll against each other. But yeah. So what is it you're trying to do?
Trying to find something that would sate my needs, I guess is the best way to put it.
Okay.
Grant wants the same thing. You don't know.
Okay, Cham.
So
You're not there.
About to be a party.
are you trying to? Are you just like? And
If
I
I
will
can-
say, like Cham and the medic are like looking at these. They're having this discussion. So I don't think this would even be a roll if you're trying to be stealthy about it. Like I think this would be. You're fine if you want to look around while they're having this discussion.
Yeah, I'm looking around, but if I find something, I'm probably gonna try to swipe it on our way out or something like
There on the counter, you find you find a cabinet. I will say that it has 4 personal med kits. There are surgical instruments in there, like scalpels and tweezers, forceps, or whatever. There are doses of Never Sleep pills, which are speed.
what I'm
There are
looking
doses
for.
of hydration, which are meant to, like when you come out of cryo, it's meant to take this and it's like instant. It gives your body hydration. And then there's Naproleve, and I'm not. Oh well, it's right here. Hold on. Naproleve is an injectable instant pain reliever for all strains, stresses, and irritations. Recommended for use during any self-inflicted cesarean performed to extract an unconventional fetus from your womb.
All right.
Immediately reduces the patient's stress level to 0. An overdose of Naproleve can have an intoxicating effect. Each dose beyond the first in the same shift gives a -1 modification to all agility-based rolls until the end of the shift. So that is like I say, if you take multiple doses of it, you're going to get an intoxication. You're going to get a high off of it. But there's also a very specific use for that. That if somebody gets a foreign creature stuck in their body, this would be a means of getting it out. But there's that. There are 3 doses of the Never Sleep pills, and let me read you the Never Sleep just so we're and acting it keeps you going well past your bedtime. Excessive use can cause stroke or heart attack. Each dose increases your stress level 1 step, but removes the need to sleep for 1 day. During that day, you cannot relieve stress. So even like interacting with your personal item and all that, you won't relieve any stress because you're on it for the day.
Now,
But
could I in tandem those two and relieve stress, one and then the other?
no. Nice try though. There are 3 doses of Never Sleep. There are 3 doses of hydration. Let me see if hydration is an intoxicant. An electrolyte solution that counteracts the dehydrating effects of hypersleep. Hydration is one of the few pharmaceuticals of the space age with no side effects. So there's 3 doses of Never Sleep, 3 doses of hydration, and 6 doses of Naproleaf. And I'm going to say you know exactly what these 3 are and what they do and how they affect you.
All right. But if I ever get the chance, it's probably more on the way out than anything. I would probably try to swipe 2 of each of the intoxicants.
Okay.
Three of the
Naproleaf?
Yeah, 3 of that one.
And then 2 of the Never Sleep?
Yeah, that's what I'll try to swipe.
Yeah, I mean, if you go ahead and do it now, like while they're distracted, I'm not even going to make you roll for it.
Oh yeah, then I'm doing that.
Because their backs are turned. They're having this discussion about these urns and these, these creatures. So yeah, you can grab those 2, and like I said, there's med kits in there as well, but those don't have any kind of intoxicants in them.
I'm gonna swipe the medkit also because it's a good idea, but I'm gonna actively say I swipe a medkit if he asks. Like I'm gonna take them, but if he doesn't ask, I'm not gonna.
Just one?
Just 1 medkit, 2 of the Never Sleep, and then 3 of the Naproleaf.
Yeah, because you already have 1 med kit,
Yes.
Okay, so, all right.
You never know when you need more than 1.
All right.
One's a secret, the other one is not.
Yeah, so, Bryce, so you're looking at these things, and it's exactly what you fought upstairs. Like, it looks identical. It is an infant. It's got the elongated head, the spindly arms, but it's only, it's only like this tall.
Is this a live sample?
They weren't, from what we found, the parasite depends on the host, and once the host died, the parasite died as well. These were just removed from a dead body, so but we don't know what they are or what they are capable of, and they're intact. They're not like damaged in any way. They're just floating in like a saline solution, just like in any kind of lab. But they're not moving. You don't necessarily see any kind of movement inside the jars.
Davis?
Yo.
I'm not completely faulting our friends here, but at the same time, I don't know them. But there's a whole lot of information that they don't remember right now. And like I'm kind of like twirling the what was it called again? The assailant. Like
Inoculation?
Inoculation. Oh, it's a
Okay.
something like that.
Oh, so you haven't taken it yet?
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Okay.
But there's a lot of pieces here that don't connect yet, and I kind of want to start discovering stuff because I feel like they're going to start connecting in a way that we're not going to like.
Yeah.
We have these little creatures, and then a mutant. As of right now, there's no connection here. But sounds like people that had this might have gone crazy.
Well, I'm a pilot. I was already crazy, so I should be okay. But first sign of headache, I feel like I should take it.
Forgive me if I'm not rushing to just jab myself with this. I just need to know more information.
And the medic is like, I mean, you saw what happened to the guy that didn't take it. I'm just saying, I'm not going to force you to take it, but
I'm pretty sure I also saw it happen to a guy that did take it. And
Oh,
his
we
head
can
was
all-
taken off in a different way.
Well, he blew his own brains out, but
and he like, what? What are you talking about? Who did you see that?
you know, we brought this up before we left the cryo sleep. You're just now deciding to ask. That's
Me and my other buddy that I work with, me and Rye, we came across a body with the entire upper part, shoulders up, completely obliterated into the ceiling above it.
and he had longer arms than normal. That was weird.
But you don't know that he took the inoculation. Just because he didn't have it on him doesn't mean he took it.
That's true, but I also don't like how defensive you're getting about it.
I'm just worried about my own safety. Like if you start turning, I've seen these things come out of a human body. If you start, if you start bleeding from the eyes and the ears like Cooper was, then we've got a real problem.
Well,
problem-
at least at this point, my head doesn't hurt, so I've at least got a little bit.
If your head starts
Oh,
hurting, though, it might
okay.
be too late.
Might be, but are we willing to take that chance?
I'd rather not have to blow your brains out. I do like you, despite what most people seem to think.
And Davis does have the shotgun.
Yeah. Like if your head starts hurting, but you refuse to take that inoculation, you tell me. I'll do it, no hesitation. I don't want to.
After seeing what we've seen in the last 24 hours, I would not hold it against you. I couldn't. I'd be dead. But here's the thing.
That's why I like you, Cham. Please don't make me kill you.
But here's the thing. There's a whole lot of unconnected dots that I don't want to start connecting. Because if they start connecting, we're in trouble.
Well, then
I'm gonna need you and the rest of your crew to start remembering stuff.
fast. Well, I think we've overstayed our welcome here for now. We need to get to the others. Hopefully we can get more shells because I have 2 shots. And I would really like to try to find Ava.
This is the med bay. We got any medicine? Like a med pack?
Yeah, right there. I point out the med kits. I pull out the one I just grabbed. I said I figured we should take these with us.
I'll grab the second one.
There are 3 in there, and like the medic can grab one and take it, take the other 2 with him, just for, like you said, for personal, just to have. And he'll probably also grab, if neither one of you grab that surgical kit.
Oh, I thought that's what the med kit was.
No, the surgical kit is actually tools, and it says these nasty looking instruments can mean life or death in either the hands of a surgeon or a killer. While they are intended to save lives in a pinch, they can make for great cutting weapons. Gives a +1 modification for medical aid rolls to prevent death from a fatal critical injury.
Then,
So if
yeah,
neither one of you take the surgical kit, he will take it.
I thought that was the med kit I grabbed. I
No,
would
med
take
kits
those.
are like bandages and medicine. The surgical
then,
kits
yeah.
are tools.
I'm also taking the surgical kit then.
Okay.
I
Well, we
figured
Excuse me, sorry. If there's and because a lot of the information was him, and he had his own thing, and I didn't see that. So when we turn around from our conversation, can I see like the other? Can I like? Do I need to make a roll or something to get like what was it? There was the stuff.
No,
for the
there's you see 3 doses of hydration in there.
hydration.
You see 1 dose of Never Sleep pills and 3 doses of Naproleaf.
All right.
And
I'm
if
just
you
gonna
don't take any of
the-
those, the medic will take those as well.
All right. Since there's 3 med packs, and I just all right. Here's what. You take the surgical gear. You already got it. You've got a med pack. I've got a med pack. He can take a med pack. I'll grab this hydration stuff. Maybe, Doc, do you want some? Just woke up from cryo not long ago. If not, I'll take it to the rest of your group.
Yeah, he may take one. just to get over the effects of uh, of the cryo. So that would be good, and so that would leave two. You grab two, and he tells you, he's like, anything you don't carry out of this, I'm going to carry. I'm going to keep with me, just so we'll have it. But he does take one and just like he pops it and swallows it straight away.
Then I'll pocket the other two hydration,
Okay,
and
you're
then
gonna leave the napper leave and the never sleep.
If he's letting us take them, I'm gonna take the rest of the napper leave.
I don't know exactly what any of that stuff is. I'm going to assume it's helpful at some point. So if
Well-
you guys want to take that,
Well, if you're not gonna take
just
that
know
inoculation,
hydration when I see it.
if you're not gonna take that inoculation, this will help us be able to take that thing out of your body if we absolutely need to, if it shows up in your body. Because I'll take the rest of them. So
Okay.
as far as everyone, yeah. So I'm for Dylan. As far as everyone else knows, I have 3. I have all 6 though. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to remember that. Okay.
I've got it. You've got it in your inventory. You've got 6 of those. But like
Okay.
as far as Cham and the medic know, you only have 3. So you're not going to look at anything. You're not going to inspect any of this other stuff in the med bay. You're going to move on from here.
Yeah,
I'd rather-
I want to, but at the same time, like that's
I don't like being split up.
My character would not know what I'm looking at.
I mean,
Uh,
I guess I technically would. The blood stain. I will bring that up. The dried blood stain. That alarms me. Was that there when you went to sleep?
No.
Do you have camera? Do you have cameras
This
in
was
every? room of the ship?
we had there were I wouldn't recommend opening it.
I wasn't going to.
Okay, that's probably for the best, because whatever broke out of the other one is probably inside that one. Unless all of that blood that's in there is the creature's and it is dead,
Is
which
it-
is a possibility.
Red blood?
No, it's dried and so it's dark. You can't tell if it's black or
Oh.
red like what it was originally because it's
Are these,
completely dried. It's not like dripping down the glass. It's completely dried, so it's dark. It's just dark substance caked onto it.
These med pods. Forgive me, I am not well versed in inner aliens. Are these made to deal with stuff like that? Like, could it be,
Well, it was.
did the machine handle it, and like that's what all the blood's for?
I mean, maybe the machine. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, it wasn't there when we went into cryo. Or
Right.
the blood wasn't there. So the med pod may have disposed of the creature, or something else happened.
All right,
They were both enclosed when we went into cryo.
all right. Dave, so I think we need to meet up with the rest of the group. Maybe the other group, maybe the other side of other group of folks who started remembering things.
All right.
Before we leave, though, can I take a quick glance? You said there was an urn. I know we kind of got a little bit of information. I'm gonna try to get a little
And
bit.
I will say that he tells you, like, it wasn't a monster, an alien that went into those med pods. It was a crew member.
The person.
Yeah.
That was my assumption.
Now, if something was inside that crew member, that may have triggered the thing. But there were crew members in there. It wasn't these creatures that we were finding.
I want to take one quick look at this urn. And then
Okay.
we need to go meet up with the rest of the group.
So it is a metal, like it's narrow at the bottom and goes up. It's like a vase, and then there's like sitting on the table. There's the lid for it that looks like it screws down onto it. So it comes up and then narrows back up at the top. And it's this metal alloy, like it's like titanium or something. Like you knock on it, it's metal. and in the top there are 4. It's a lot like the like the pelican case that the inoculations are in. There's 4 little cutouts for these vials. 3 of them are intact, and if you pull it up, it has this black liquid in it. Like if you shake it, it's still, it's not dried up. It's a liquid. One of them has been opened and is empty.
All right, Doc, is this y'all's doing, or is this something you found?
Well, no, this is what we were on the planet to. We got these off of the planet. These urns. They're actual. There's more of these somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where they're kept, but there are more of these. Now, who opened this one and opened that vial? I'm not sure. I didn't see that happen, but there are. This is what we were getting off of the planet, and as I said, there's more of these. I would assume they're in the science lab, but I don't know. But yeah, this is what we were there for. This is what we were sent to get.
Davis, I do not like this.
Oh, you're telling me. All right. What do you think? Straight shot, straight to the. Use the straight shot, going all the way up the nearest hallway to the bridge, or do you want to? I kind of want to just poke my head into the mess hall. Hopefully, it's like glass. I don't even have to walk in there and see if that's where Ava is. Because if we want answers, Ava's our best bet.
All right,
Well, you know it's not going to be glass. You know there's going to be. That's not the way these ships are made. There's 2 doors going into it that will slide open, and you can go inside from there. But there's not like a window. That's not the way ships are built.
We're not with our other crew that has a scanner, so I already am really nervous about being this far away from that side of the group. I think what we need to do is go meet up with them, maybe find someone that was part of the science team, not just the med team. Maybe they can give us a couple more answers, but then we can check out the mess hall.
I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. I'm 95% sure the only scientist died. We watched him die.
That's what I'm worried about.
Because we got medic boy here, we got Marine, we got the other corporate person, and we have the captain. I don't think we have another science guy. Bill Nye's not here, I am afraid.
Well, and I'm sorry we're doing this in front of you and discussing this, but the captain and the corpo might know more information than some of these folks actually know. So,
Well,
if you and I know anything about some of these missions, there are things they don't tell us.
Well, I already asked our captain to see if they can find anything about the planet they're supposed to go to. Almost everything but the name is classified, so we're going to need a copy of their mission document.
All right.
Which means we need the captain or their corpo. I don't think Wilson's going to be able to get this for us.
Well, luckily, I think that decides our next decision for us. I think we go meet up with the rest of the crew.
Then let's go.
All right, so Davis checks the shotgun, make sure he's got a round loaded, and the medic grabs that case with the inoculations, and there's maybe a backpack there on the floor, and he stuffs the med kits and the rest of the not the napper leaf, but the other one. You
Never
got all
sleep,
the hydration. The never sleep. Yeah, he grabs those just in case. Just anything that's there available. But he leaves the vials. He doesn't take any of the black liquid or the specimens.
Oh, if he tries to take anything that's not medical, I'm gonna stop.
He's
No,
okay,
that's basically
let's go, and so Davis sticks his head out the door and checks both sides, and kind of waves, and they exit the med bay and start making their way to the floor of the ship. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, There are 4 doors between you and the bridge. But like I said, now the power is on. The lights are up, so it's not like you're stumbling around in the dark. So let's move up to the other group. We'll let the other 2 players play for a while. You guys left the you cleaned out what was left in the armory and were headed towards the bridge with the Cronus crew.
Yep.
And so the captain or the corpo can open the door if you want them to. There is a keypad there that either takes a code or a card. So the captain will step up and open the door.
Cool.
And you guys all kind of pile into the bridge of the Cronus.
So are we heading toward the comm station? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're all like up in here now.
Oh, well, I wanted to say before I did that, I wanted to try. What is there a door between that hallway that we were in and the storage area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a. Let me turn.
As they were making, I was wanting to search any like while they were looking and quote unquote cleaning out, because I'm assuming that we were cleaning out the armory in a hurry. I wanted to see if there was any coats or anything hanging up to sit in the armory that may have been overlooked or anything like that, or was it totally wiped clean?
Yeah, there weren't any like any clothing. There wasn't any like it looked like it had been ransacked.
All right. Okay. I saw the doors there in the armory, and I didn't know if I could go through
those
any
little
of those
doors to
look
the
through.
at the bottom of the armory, they are like closets, and they actually go through into the storage room.
Okay.
But there wasn't any. Or well, you know what? If you want there to be, what is it you're wanting? You're wanting a like a Cronus crew jacket or something?
In a way, yes.
I mean, yeah, you can. Yeah, sure. There's one crumpled up, like tossed into the floor. It looks exactly like what the captain is wearing. It's got a patch on it that's got a logo, and it's got Cronus, USSC Cronus on it. And maybe it's got somebody's name. Like I'll say it's got the name Joel on it.
Okay. Do I need like any type of roll to like search through the jacket or anything like that to see if there's anything in the pockets whatsoever? No,
you don't find anything.
I
said, somebody just looks like somebody took it off and tossed it into the corner of the room and left it for whatever reason.
No blood stains on it or anything like that. No. Okay. I don't know if I'm just diving too deep into that. So okay, I'll make my way with the crew then.
Do you take it?
Yes, I'll actually take it. Yes.
All right, cool. So you guys make your way up to the bridge. As you open the doors and everybody comes in, the blast shutters are lowered, which is the windows looking out into space from the bridge.
Yeah.
There are metal, like for when you go into, like if there's an asteroid field or something, there are metal doors that slide down to protect the glass. Those are shut, which is not normal operating procedure.
Yeah.
You don't fly with those shut normally unless it's an emergency situation. They are shut at the moment. There are spots there is soot on the ceiling, and several of the stations around are burned, like they were either exploded or were set on fire.
Interesting.
So you see there on the map, there is a command station up at the front. There in the middle, there's a holographic display table, and you know what all these things are. The Montero may not have these things. I don't think there's a display table on the Montero, but you know what a display table is. There's a sensor station. There's a life support monitor station. There's the pilot station. But the place looks kind of beat up. Like I said, there's a few stations that have been like either set on fire or exploded for one reason or another, and are going to take some repair if you're going to get this ship up and running. So what do you want to do first?
I'm gonna start asking the captain if we can get the ship up and running again. Like what can we do?
Well,
to get the ship up and running?
if your ship is not equipped to tow the Cronus, then yeah, we're going to have to. It looks like we've got a lot of work set out before us, though. We gotta get going. But yeah, if our only option is for the Cronus to tow your ship, I mean, you've been told to bring the Cronus in, so if we got to get it running, that's really our only option.
Yeah, we got it. So let's start seeing what we can do about getting this up and running. I'm gonna look at the what is it, the monitor, the life monitor, what is it?
A life support monitor.
Life support
Yeah, the captain and the corporal rep both head up to the command station. Kind of check on things up there. Wilson goes over to the life support monitors. The monitors are flashing red. The carbon dioxide content in the ship's recycled air is high. No, not anymore.
About to say, we fixed that.
Yeah, you fixed the air scrubbers. So that is, you fixed you did the maintenance on the air scrubbers. The carbon filters in the oxygen generator system must be replaced to fully, bring it up to speed. But that's what you're seeing. Like the carbon dioxide levels, it's still showing that they're high, but they're coming down. Like they're currently in tolerable levels. They're not ideal, but they are, like, as you're standing there looking at it, you can see them coming down. But it does still say that the carbon filters in the oxygen generation system still need to be replaced. Right, and the Marine is going to kind of post up here at the door and kind of keep, that you guys shut the door behind you, but she's also going to be right there at the door. There's nothing she can do with all these computers and everything.
Yeah.
Rye, what would you like to look into?
I would like to go over to the holo display table towards the what's the front? Like like on the side of the command station? Yeah, the 4. Yeah. I would like to go over and investigate the holo display table right there next to the corporate lady, and I don't know who the other guy is.
The captain.
The captain. And I would like to examine the holo display table to see what is displaying, if there's anything displaying.
You see, like, this was once a state-of-the-art hologram technology, and it would have pulled up. You would know, like, if you told it to pull up the Cronus, it would pull up a 3D model of the Cronus. Okay. And you would be like, it's like you see in the movies. It may not be like in like where you manipulate it with your hands, but you would
Yeah.
manipulate it with the keyboard, and you could zoom in on a specific floor or a room, and but then there's also like you wouldn't be able to look at the Montero with this thing, but you could look at the class of a ship that the Montero is,
Okay.
and get at least get a sense of it. However, it is slagged and burnt out by a fire on the bridge. Is damaged beyond repair.
Okay. While I'm
Hey
standing
Brett,
here,
hey buddy.
I want to eavesdrop on a conversation. Are the captain and corporate having a conversation while they're in the command station by themselves? I would like to eavesdrop if possible.
Sure.
While I'm standing there.
They're kind of like as you approach, as you walk up close, and like none of these lines on that floor plan are walls. This is all one big open room.
Okay.
So you walk up and you're looking at the holodeck. You've got your back to them, but there you notice that the command center is now that the power's back up and running. The command center is all lit up, like all the panels are lit and everything looks to be running fine. You know that there's a chair. You see a chair there. The captain's not sitting in it, but you know that that is the captain's chair. And on the arm, there's a flip up little panel, and that is the like the access to Mother. The access key to Mother, but only the captain or the corpo can get to that. But the glass panel that encloses it is shattered, and the key is missing. The station monitors. All of the like the monitors there for the captain, there's monitors there that get their links to the other stations, so he can keep track of what everyone else is doing, like at a glance.
So those
Now,
monitors
if you
you can
go
see
in
like
there
down
and
halls
want
and
to
stuff.
try and like they're shut down at the moment, but if
Okay.
you want to go, if you wanted to go in there and start trying to work on stuff and start fidgeting around, like you
Okay.
could do a Comtech roll and see if you get anything out of it.
Okay.
Now there's also these other stations you can examine, but they're talking about like you hear the captain say, okay, look, the everything seems to be fine. The access key to Mother is missing, but now that the power's back up, everything seems to be running. Apparently, Mr. Wilson was able to get Mother up and running, so that's what got the power back on. They're like talking business. Like, what's the next step? How are we going to get out of it? There's no like backstabby secret conversation going on. They're just trying to figure out what the next step is.
Okay. I want to walk up to the command station. I want to go ahead and try and power that up.
All right. So that would be a Comtech roll.
Okay.
All right. That's success with a stunt. So yeah, you come in and you start you like get behind all these monitors and start fidgeting with the wires, and this is your job. This is what you do. And they light up and come online, and you get you see on the monitors coming up that you can get the info that the Cronus was on a distant uncharted planet in the 26 Draconis system, which is more than they have given you so far. You knew that they were on some other planet and they were sent to do some scientific study, but now you actually know the system they were in. This is not a system that you've ever heard of before.
All right. As soon as I examine that, I turn back to the captain and corporate, and all I say is care to explain.
Well, yeah, that's where they sent us. That's where Wayland Yutani sent us for this scientific exploration. And that's where everything went wrong. That's where everything went berserk.
Did they say why?
There were creatures. Hey, Kevin. Look, it's Kevin in chat. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Yeah, there were these creatures on the planet that were very, very hostile and impossible to kill. And like you could see the wheels turning, like he's starting to remember. And he's like they were very deadly, and it like if you damaged them, they bled acid, and like it would eat through anything, and it was. I mean, God help you if some of that blood got on you. If it would eat through metal, if it would eat through the hull of a ship, you know it's going to eat through your arm.
Yeah.
So how did
that's
you?
why, like, that we had to get off planet. It was believed that all of the specimens were in the science module. We ejected that and then took off. But apparently, all of the specimens weren't in the science module, and things got worse after we took off.
Do you have Did you guys record data and take files of everything? And
I mean, I'm sure
samples?
Cooper has files somewhere. They were probably in his lab.
My question is, with all these deadly specimens that y'all are talking about, how did y'all manage to survive and get back on the ship? Did y'all and I point, I was like, is that lone marine that you have was your gateway?
No, we had a group of Marines. There were a handful.
Were they a part of your team for this ship? I mean, I guess
yeah,
that's,
they
okay.
sent us with a few Marines, and but she's the only one living. Look at this hype train happening. Optic is subscribed. Thank you, Bryce. By the way, if you're on Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. I don't know if you know that. Feel free to throw that at us there. But yeah, once we, like I said, we ejected the science module and took off. But then that's when the mutiny happened. That's when everybody went crazy.
Crazy how?
Very just hostile. Everybody, like half the crew went completely berserk and killed everybody else. We barricaded ourselves in cryo, and the only way we could, like, our only chance of survival was putting ourselves into cryo sleep. What happened to Cooper is what was happening to everybody. They all had these spores in them that made these creatures grow inside of them. And the other group is making their way up. You're up here at the, like, you're getting up here to the armory now. You're making your way through these doors, and I assume you're like double checking out. You know, you're not seeing anything at the moment. You don't have the motion tracker, so you don't have any real way of checking, but you're not seeing anything as you make your way to the fore of the ship.
Has it swapped?
But yeah, I mean, like, the Marine will speak up and say, yeah, that's where my squad got killed, is defending the ship from the mutiny.
All right, well, plot thickens.
The people that started mutinying, did they take the medicine?
I mean, it's hard to know. Of course, I mean, I would have assumed Cooper would have taken it, but they were supposed to. Everyone was given a dose.
Yeah.
Um,
But we saw what happened to.
but now it's not necessarily. I will say, like, they, with everything going on, they lost faith in my leadership and in the corporate leadership, and wanted to take control of the ship, and get, go on their own, which is against Weyland-Yutani
Yeah.
protocol. And then, of course, when they started killing crew members, they had to be, there. It got bad.
And judging by
We
the
haven't
escape
seen
pod-
many bodies laying around yet, but I'm sure there's several with, horrible injuries.
I was gonna ask about that. We haven't seen any bodies except for one.
I mean, what happened after we went into the cryo is, I of course don't know. Now I know a lot of the conflict was on the lower decks. But I mean, you saw the armory. The armory was completely ransacked. I can only imagine the mess hall was ransacked as well. People were trying to control the food. And down below in the vehicle bay, there's no telling what's going on down there. But and if there's some creature, some alien creature running around on the ship, I mean, bodies may have been disposed of in another fashion.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once we went
After
into
70
cryo,
years.
I have no way of knowing.
70 years, they could have just. Yeah.
All right,
Right,
so
it's been 70 years, right? Is that correct?
76, I think
Yeah,
is what it is.
76.
Yeah.
so while the conversation is going on, I'm making my way back to the sensor station. Is there anything for the sensor station to look at? I'm assuming the sensor is like
The
take
sensor
anything?
station was also damaged by the fire, but could be repaired. It looks like it would take a shift of work, which, as you know, is 8 hours, and a Comtech roll.
Okay. So I'm just investigating that. I'm personally not doing anything else. If there's no more to the story, if we want to toss over, unless Wilson has anything else to
While you're
chime
standing
in
there
with.
looking at it, like you're standing there in front of it, and you're like, I could fix this. It'll take me forever, but I could fix it, and we'd be able to have the sensors going. And there's a ping on the sensor on the monitor, just like it's picking up a message from somewhere. You
But
don't know
it's-
where it's from or what it
Okay.
is, but it just like you get those one little section of the monitor lights up, and just like there's a green dot that just ping, and then it goes away, doesn't come back. At least not immediately. Like if you
Okay.
stand there long enough, you'll see it again, but it may take, several minutes for it to happen again. But
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we obviously, they didn't radio to us that they were making their way to us, right? So
Nope.
we don't know.
no,
Okay.
I mean that was the plan, but you haven't heard from them.
right.
forgot-
Right.
Now, I
forgot
will
that was
say,
the
I mean,
plan.
just so we're all on the same page, just so everything's out here, because you're in this big open room, you would see it.
Yeah.
The pilot stations, Station 1 on the port side of the ship, someone has taken an axe to Station 1.
Oh,
And in fact, left it embedded in the console. So there's like a fireman's like axe in the console. While it looks untouched, Station 2 is also dead. But you feel like you could open up some of the plating down below it and try to figure out what is going on with it, and possibly get it up and running. But that's the only hope of getting, like, you're going to have the pilot station going
Yeah.
to fly the ship. So you're going to have that one fixed at some point. That will take a shift of work and a successful heavy machinery roll.
For pilot station 1?
No, for 2.
Oh, for 2. Okay.
One
Yeah.
is gone.
Okay.
There's no hope for 1.
Oh.
2 seems to be intact, but is not working for some reason.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can Wilson go over and grab the axe?
Sure.
Wilson. Look at this guy.
And about that time, well, is there anything you guys would like to do? Well, let me see if there's anything. Yeah, that's all of it. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do before the others make their way in?
Just
Go ahead.
go
You
ahead.
get it.
I was just gonna examine the room, see if there was anything hanging up, any pictures, any clothes items, anything in the room, or is it just blank walls outside of the windows?
There's
Stuff like
all
that.
kinds of little there's those weird little birds that bob back and forth into a cup of water and make it look like they're drinking. Those little toys from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
It literally just does this. There's one of those like on one of the stations, and there's magazines laying around. It was a working ship,
Okay.
much like the Montero. So like there's little mementos from stuff that was the crew have left behind, but really nothing super valuable.
And nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, nothing you would like say, what is this? It looks exactly like the bridge of the Montero.
Okay. Then while I'm just like, I'm not gonna make a decision on working on anything just yet. I'm kind of hoping that maybe the crew will show up here relatively soon. And
Wilson's. Oh, wait, is he frozen?
It's his internet probably dropped
Dang.
Oh yeah.
because it's on the new daylight savings time.
I was gonna say Wilson just wants to say to the crew, if you guys remember anything at all, because you're starting to get your memories back, we need to know immediately. If you found anything, if you remember anything else about these these creatures, we need to know immediately.
And they're both, well, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, our survival is dependent upon you. So, yeah, anything that we manage to that we bring back up, we will of course let you know.
And then Wilson's gonna walk up to the other rep and kind of pull her to the side.
Okay.
And Wilson's gonna be like, "Listen, me and you need to have a talk later about some information that we may not be able to disclose to the rest of the group."
And she just like nods.
All right. Well, me and her will talk later. But yeah. But yeah, okay. And then he like gives her a pat on the shoulder and then walks away. Because he just wants it. He doesn't want to like have the full conversation right then and there yet. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And about that time, you hear what sounds like the butt of a shotgun banging on the door of the bridge.
Now I'm gonna get my axe ready, and I'm gonna walk up to it.
I'm gonna straight up just start singing. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in, so you know it's me. Like I'm like Cheech and Chong, classic. I'm gonna go start singing.
Wilson's gonna like look at his axe and be like,
He's
"Hey, put it down," and then open the door. Thought about it. Wilson's immediately grudgingly hand Davis the ammo for the shotgun.
Thank you, Mr. John Henry, over here with your big axe. So, how soon till we can fly this thing?
Yeah, you walk in and you see the one pilot station that is destroyed with a large axe wound in it, and the other pilot station is down. Everything is dark on it, but it seems to be intact. Your first thought when you see that is whatever is going on with this one.
I'm back.
We have spare parts right over here.
Well, if we want to fly this thing, that needs to be, I don't know, priority 2, 1, doesn't really matter.
Can you get to start working on the pilot stations?
Don't fix things. That actually I cannot do. Unfortunately, I cannot.
Can you go and talk the guys through some of the stuff that I don't know? Can you just go be
once again? Once again, I know nothing about it.
Okay, you don't know anything about the machine that you're supposed to operate.
I know how to turn it on and I know how to fly it. I do not.
All right.
They
Now,
don't give you.
I will say his suggestion, like I said, the first thing that popped into Davis's head is, if something in here is damaged, we have spare parts over here.
I say that.
Station 1 is just a big piece of spare parts.
Yeah, we have a lot of spare parts that you have no idea how they work.
Gives you, it's still a shift of work, but the heavy machinery roll will be at a +2 now.
Oh, nice. Well, it's 5 shifts of work for Davis because
I will say this. This is also a 76-year-old ship. The parts are very different than the ones I'm used to. I can maybe sort of fix the ones I'm used to flying. This ship is older than my father. So
if it makes you feel any better, I had zero belief in you anyways. Can we get someone to go look at those parts?
Hold on. Is everybody in the same room right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
This isn't just therapy with D&D players. We're still in the same room.
Me and Wilson decided
if
very early on we
Joel
don't
leaves a
like each
room, if Joel leaves a room in his head, everything just freezes and stops until he comes back.
Well, I mean, I come back to Wilson and Davis going at it about fixing something, and I'm like, wait a second, we have mechanics. What is going on right now?
That's my point. I don't fix things. If you want it done quicker, you send the fix.
I wasn't saying you fix it. I was saying you go help the mechanics fix it because you know how it's supposed to operate.
I also have a mission from our captain currently, which I kind of got to figure out on my own. So, well, not on my own, but I got to do that.
Real quick,
So
we got
all right. So Cham has a heavy machinery. Cham's roll would be 5, 6, 7, 8. So with the +2,
Dang.
it'd be a 10. Rye has a heavy machinery roll of 5, so Rye would get a 7. Now, I will say this: if the both of you tag team it,
like the air
we
scrubbers.
can cut the hours back, just like we did with the air scrubbers. Instead of a full shift, it'll be 4 hours. But the two of you are out of commission for 4 hours. There's no more, you don't get to go running off and, you're working on this for 4 hours. Or one of you can do it for 8.
Nobody got shot by startling the Marine from the door opening.
Oh, no. What
They
I
said
did,
the name.
I knocked and started singing very loudly so they knew it was me.
Wilson almost knocked him out with his axe, but because he knew it was Davis. But no.
Yeah, they didn't just open the door. He came up and knocked, and we didn't play it out actually like I thought we would. But there was you knew they were coming, so you opened the door and let them in. But
Okay,
yeah.
so where's Cham at right now?
With you currently.
Yeah, you're all in the bridge.
Okay, so like what my plan was with Cham coming in, like I was gonna talk to Cham about potentially fixing the sensor, because there is something alerting on that sensor, and if Davis and Wilson are arguing about that pilot station and that's like a discussion, then I am going to, while they're arguing, like I want to talk to Cham and figure out if we want to tag team this sensor station, because there's an alert coming through right now, and I feel that that's very important. Is that a possible thing that we can do?
Yeah, you can have any conversation you want to have. Now the thing is, you know that both of them are an 8-hour shift of work. To fix the sensor station is going to take 8 hours. To fix the pilot station is going to be 8 hours.
Okay.
If the both of you work on one, it's 4. But if you both separate and go off to each one of the other, it's going to be 8.
Right.
To fix the sensor station is a Comtech role. To fix the pilot station is a heavy machinery role.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
how you guys want to handle it is up to you. And you can have any conversation you want to have.
All right.
And just imagine me and Davis are still arguing.
Yeah.
I
so
can make that easier
They're
for
back there bickering off to one side.
Yeah, so I'm just like ignoring them and just flat out. Here goes Davis. I'm just wanting to like, Champ, look, we got the pilot station, we got the sensor station that we got to fix. I mean, we can of course split it up. Oh my god. Like while Beavis and Butthead over there are arguing, what do you think we need to do? Because they seem to be distracted. So, what do you think we should do?
The ship is 70. All right, the ship is older than 76 years because it was built before it went missing. I know more about repairing. So it's the pilot station was the one that was the heavy machinery, and the sensor was the Comtech role.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I'll make sure I'm getting those correct. I know more about fixing that because it's just rudimentary stuff. But the sensor, I know a little bit less. I mean, like we can definitely try, but I think if we were to put all of our effort into fixing one thing, our best bet is the pilot station. Unless we have another person here that knows more about this sensor that can help us out.
All right, so I turn to the Marine in the back and ask her if she has any knowledge of anything regarding this ship. I look to the Marine, the captain and the corporate, if they know anything, any knowledge of the ship that could help us in terms of like helping with the repairs, or if they could assist us.
No, nobody.
Oh, okay.
They're not roughnecks. The Marine was just here to protect the ship, and they were the military component of the mission. Okay. And of course, the captain and the corpo could access Mother, but that's not going to help you with physical repairs.
Okay, gotcha. Well, okay. So with that being said, if you specialize in the heavy machinery, you take care of heavy machinery. I specialize in Comtech. Let me take care of the sensor station.
I do
so
think
you're going to go the full 8 hours and get both of them done.
That's what I feel, unless Cham counters.
So I'm not necessarily a counter, but if the two of you could stop arguing, I think the 4 of us need to have our own little powwow right here. They can be within earshot. That's fine. We've got some updates we need to start talking about as a crew.
Oh yeah, medic
Not
guy.
you. He talks. Wilson's gonna say that.
The medic will walk up to the command center. The Marine is going to kind of stay there by the door. She feels like that's her job. Now the 4 of you can go. I mean, for that matter, you could go out into the hall if you want to, but
not leaving these people alone. And no.
you kind of got the rest of the bridge here. But it, like I said, it is open, so they're probably going to hear what you say, but you can have a conversation.
I say we got to go to the hall.
Marine, I'm sorry, I don't know everyone's name just yet. And I'm gonna hold out like the hydration thing. It's like, I know these help out of cryo. Would you like one of these? I feel like the Marine, the muscle would probably be best to get.
Yes, thank you. That would be fantastic. I didn't lose what if there was any food left in my system, I didn't lose it. So I at least have that. But yeah, this would make things a lot. I would be able to focus a lot better. Thank you very much.
And I'll like go and hand her one, and then I've got one left, and I'll kind of turn towards the bridge, be like, all right, there's 2 of you left, there's 1 left. Arm wrestle, and I'll kind of chuck it the people towards later at the very front. But all right, our crew.
What do you got, champ?
So we went down to, wasn't the
Med lab.
science lab, med lab. Went to the med lab, got the inoculation thing, whatever it is. But we made some discoveries. They had 2 med pods. One of them was one of them was completely broken open. One of them was still closed and was encrusted with some kind of blood. Human, alien, we don't know, but it was still closed. That thing that popped out of the one guy's head that he obliterated, they had 2 of them in jars in the med lab.
Interesting.
This is what they were here for. Exactly everything that they have in the med lab, urns that came straight from the planet, the specimens. Well, the specimens came from the planet, but accidentally they didn't mean to find them.
I don't know.
Basically,
We got news that that's why they specifically came here.
yeah.
Is to find these aliens.
And for the next thing I want to say, I would prefer us go in the hall for.
All right, we can step into the hall for a few seconds.
All right, if everyone follows, I don't.
We're gonna
mind.
alert the Marine that we'll be right back.
Yeah, we're not going far.
Well, because we probably should close doors so they can't hear us. So we need
Yeah.
her to know that it's gonna be us coming back in.
Okay.
So
Her name
we're
is
letting her know.
Reed, by the way.
Reed.
Reed.
Okay. Reed, we're gonna be right back. We need to go have a talk as a crew real quick.
It's not that we don't trust any of you guys, but I'm sure you can understand meeting brand new people, a bunch of mystery.
Once
Okay.
we're yeah.
So you
once
guys
we're in-
step outside. What are you? What's the conversation?
I was thinking about it, and if anything on this ship makes it onto any kind of mainland world colony, and it's not contained, there's no way to contain it until we can figure out a way to stop it. I don't think we go anywhere. I'd love to get stuff fixed, and I'm okay with fixing stuff now, but I say we set a course for a circle around a moon or something and make it look like we're make it look like we're traveling, but we don't need to go anywhere until we know this isn't going to widespread terror. I don't know, Earth 662. Like, I don't know what planet's closest here. We don't need this on any kind of colony.
So the only counter argument to that is that if we go somewhere, that's extra manpower.
Yeah.
And in a fight, I mean that's helpful, but there's too many unknowns. There's a lot
Captain's-
that they're not fully remembering yet, and there's a lot of connections. Like here's the thing, and I like hold out like the vial. Like, we've got one for me. I'm gonna be upfront with all of you. I have not taken it yet. I am very nervous about that.
I took one.
He did take one.
And all of them took one.
Yeah,
That we
and
know of.
Rye, this is the first you're seeing. Like, Cham didn't take the inoculation. You took it last week. But
Yeah.
like Cham, the whole point of going to the med bay was for Cham to get one, and he's got one, and he's not taking it. So
At this
There-
point, it's less so. I will take this. I don't mind. But at the same time, there's a whole lot of stuff. There was before we even found, but before they went into cryo, the thing about the mutiny, the weird body that we found in that hallway. The only connection I can make is these alien type things that we found, and this. I'm kind of nervous to take it. I hate to break it to you guys when the 2 of you have already done it, It's fishy to me.
I understand.
Oh.
Wilson, would you like to have one? Like, you haven't spoken up about that. Everybody's got one except you now.
The
Yeah.
only reason I took it is because I would like to save on oxygen. Because if we run out of oxygen and we lose life support, we're screwed.
It's fair. But we bring all this up. Our offer right now. And we need to fix things. But at the same time, it might be nice for maybe 2 of us and then 1 of their folks go out to their science lab and try to get some more answers.
Do we have proof? Because we know the guy that turned didn't take it.
Medic said they're.
But how do we know that even if you take it, you're not still gonna turn?
That's the part we don't know. Also, maybe we ask them. I don't like when a DM rolls secretly.
Me
It scares
neither.
me. Maybe we talk to the people inside. Ask them, all the people that, the mutiny and everything. Did they all take it as well?
I asked them that, and they said they were all supposed to. They didn't give me a straight answer.
I want to take the medic to go see that body. Something's weird about that.
Oh, and I feel like you guys should know. I did find AI blood in the armory. It was splattered
Alright.
on the wall like it was.
You guys talking about your air supply made me think about rolling air supply checks.
Shut up, Dylan!
I was going to ask about
Everybody is good except Wilson lost 1 unit.
You piece of
that.
shit.
It still fits.
Everybody else didn't lose any.
All right. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Taking the medic out because we started describing the body that we found, and they even seemed surprised. Which obviously a little bit of that amnesia juice that doesn't surprise me. But
Well, I'll also say I specifically chose to take I told them to take the opposite hallway so they didn't run into a friend of theirs. Trying to save their brains from grief and stuff. But like,
at this point, though, we need to start getting some answers. We need
Maybe looking at the body with the medic is a good. I also need to see that med lab where those creatures are.
well,
I need a report. I need to put this in my report. I need
oh,
to see that.
by the way, Captain already has a full report of everything so far, and we are sealed on this ship until we can figure something out.
Okay, I need to see. I need to make a report myself.
Well, you can do that, Captain.
maybe Wilson, myself, and maybe the med. We can go back out to the med lab so he can get a look of everything. Then we can take him, show him the body, and then come back.
Well,
Yeah, if you go back to the med bay, you're not working on the pilot station.
I know.
we are kind of also.
So
SOS.
it's a matter of priorities.
Well,
What's more important?
I was gonna say my counter argument there is they really want to get home. If we want to make it at least sort of look like we're working on something, Pilot Station 1 or Pilot Station 2 or the sensor would be a good thing. Having somebody working on something, but we cannot move autopilot or with me without that pilot station working. And I don't even know if autopilot works. I need to visit Mother for that. Or actually, I can just talk to her, but.
Speaking of Mother, did y'all notice the access card on the captain's seat was missing?
Well, that is not that actually. I was thinking about that when me and Wilson went to go turn Mother on. Who was the last person to use Mother, and was it before or after they went into cryo?
All I know is I investigated that seat while the while corporate and the captain were talking to each other at the command station, and I just came across my eye while I was at the holo display table and noticed that the glass was shattered. That encased the key. Is it a key card or a USB drive or something?
Yeah, it's a little key card.
To Mother, and it was missing. So somebody has the access card for Mother.
You think it's one of our guys in there?
Either that or Ava. She was roaming the ship at some point. She might not still be roaming the ship, but
It sounds like they may have found what was left of Ava.
well, last I heard from Mother, when I talked to her last, she was in mess hall. If you found the blood in the armory, she moved from the armory to the mess hall at some point.
Should we go ask the crew if they know where the card is? Or would that raise suspicion?
That would raise suspicion because they probably already know, the captain and the corpo.
I feel like they would tell me if they knew.
Here's on the flip side.
We're also strangers to them.
I think it
Yeah, I
raises
mean,
more-
Rye heard them talking about the key card missing. Like,
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like it would raise more suspicion.
they know that it's gone.
Yeah, they know.
Like, because if they're trying to hide that key card and hide us finding information using Mother on the ship, then they're definitely hiding something.
And Wilson, I know you and me don't get along, but in order to do this correctly, there should not be secrets, at least not major ones, especially not about this mission. I know it's all classified. I already talked to our captain. We can't have their mission classified to us. Not anymore. We need to figure this out. And you know I'm serious, because I'm not cracking jokes and I'm actively not making fun of you. I didn't call you Jingleheimer, Schmidt, John Henry, none of that.
Did earlier.
Well,
Yeah.
whatever y'all decide to do, I'm ready to get home and get paid. So, whatever we need to do to figure out this, I honestly don't care about the blood. I'm ready to get home and get paid. So, y'all figure out whatever it is y'all need to do. I'm ready to work on Pilot Station 2 if that needs to be done.
I say, once you guys get Pilot Station fixed, I can try to set a course, get autopilot working, and you guys can focus on Sensor Station.
Right. Rye, you can go ahead and start fixing the pilot station. The rest of us can go check out the med bay again and look at the body while you're getting that going.
Well,
Okay,
hold
I'll
on.
let
Remind you,
Hold on. Yeah,
pilot
I
station is heavy machinery instead of Comtech.
That's sham.
I was
Damn.
say,
why would
Now,
you want
Rye
to take
has heavy
Cham?
machinery. It's just less of a role.
Makes no sense to take Cham with no weapon and no duty for he can't offer any advice for the body on the floor except that he's seen it.
I will say,
As I say, out of the two of us, only you and me have seen it. So
I saw it.
We need one of you to show us where it is.
I saw it. I know where it is. You
Oh,
and
you
me
did?
technically passed it the day you weren't here.
Y'all got
I-
maps? We can tell you exactly where it's at.
I know where it is anyway. I also, because I remember saying over the comms, man, this guy did not have a good time, like trying to make a really dark humor joke, but like I remember that.
All right, how important? Right, you said you mentioned it. How important is this sensor station?
I believe it's important. There's a message flashing. There's a green light flashing as if a message is trying to come through. I feel that it's important, but if we want to get this ship and get it towed, and it will at least help whatever needs to be done. If the pilot station needs to be done, then the pilot station needs to be done, and I'm willing to tackle it with Cham to get this thing up and running so we can get where we need to go.
If you guys tackle both of them together, it'll take the same amount of time as just fixing one by yourself each. So you could either both fix one or fix both at a time. Because if you want me,
Let's do the pilot station.
Well, another option is finding out maybe one of the other crew, maybe they can help us out.
They can. We already determined.
They can't.
Mm-mm.
All
We,
right.
we determined that.
I think
Fine.
you guys
Fine.
start
Trying
working
to
on the
figure that
pilot
out earlier.
station. I think you guys start working on the pilot station.
I'll take Wilson and the what's his face to the med bay and the thing, the
What's
body.
this, the medic.
Yeah,
Okay.
if he's willing to move again. If not, I'll take you to the med bay at a later date because it's not going anywhere. But we at least need to get him up to that body first because we need to figure out what caused that. Because if the inoculation caused that, me and Rye are in for some deep trouble, and everyone else on the ship that took it already.
So when we walk back in, y'all ask the questions and figure out where y'all need to go. Me and Cham, we focus on that pilot station. Deal?
Sounds
Deal.
good.
Before this door's open, just so we're clear, one of the questions, at least from my side of things, we need to track down exactly what this inauguration shot thing is. I want to tie up any loose ends about it.
Mr. Skeptic.
I am. There's too many loose ends.
That's why I'm trying to take the medic to the body to see if the inoculation did that.
Damn. Well, I mean, we definitely still do that, but maybe they know. Maybe they've got, maybe some of their memories are coming flooding back.
Let's do it.
Hands in, team. 1, 2, 3, go, team.
Yeah.
Now,
All right, so
Knock on the door. Clink, clink, clink.
Keep
you
on
guys
knocking,
go
but
back
you can't
into
come in.
you guys go back into the bridge and tell them, okay, we're gonna start working on the pilot station. Should have it done in 4 hours, assuming Bryce rolls
Well,
properly. So Cham and Rye get to work on the pilot station. They're, maybe one of them is going back and forth to the pilot station 1 and getting parts. They start working.
I have the shotgun shells still. Like you gave those.
Let's
right?
go ahead and get it out of the way.
Okay.
Cham, go ahead and give me that heavy machinery roll with a +2 on it.
Oops. I've heard about the +2.
Go ahead and go now. Just roll the 2 d6s, as you've succeeded already. But if you get 2 more 6s or 1 more 6, it'll affect the outcome. Like it can take time away from it.
It's not.
roll 6s.
Is it
Just
roll
right
it?
click
Like,
on the d6 and it'll
There
come
it
up
is.
2 times.
Oh, is his game frozen?
It's like on my screen, I'm
There you
rolling.
I got you.
Yeah, it just went.
That was weird. On my screen, I was rolling.
Yeah,
them,
that
but-
was me. It was a 5 and a 3. So you got 2 successes. So I will say that will take an hour off of the time.
Okay.
So we're looking at 3 hours, but that means both of you working nonstop for 3 hours, no
hours.
stopping, no going and doing anything else.
Okay.
So you guys get to work on that. You know it's going to succeed. You know you're going to get it fixed. It's just going to take time. They ask the
Medic man.
medic, whose name is where is he at?
Oh, De La Ghetto, right?
Cooper was assigned to Flynn. Flynn is the medic.
Mr. Ryder.
He's not too excited about going back out there, but if you guys are going and the shotgun is going, he will go. There's
Alright.
really nothing he can do here on the bridge anyway. It's just a matter of him being safe. So the 3 of you take off. And the corpo rep and John's the captain, they start just trying to clean up, just trying to get things straightened and get things ready to, start getting moving. And do you just go straight to the body? Like, are you going to pass, or well, you can go up the junction or up the stairwell to get to deck A.
I'd prefer the stairwell.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
So
The junction I didn't
you're
like
not
the first
going
time.
through those doors like to the mess hall or anything. So you
Well-
go.
No, not this time, because he wants to go see the med bay.
Okay.
Later, I will. Actually, that's
Or
up to
actually,
you,
you
Wilson.
don't have to. Oh well, yeah. The med lab is down here, but the body is up there.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say, Wilson.
Okay.
Body first or med lab first? You're the one who wants to know about the med lab, so you can make a report.
Med lab first.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to lead us down the mess hall route.
All right.
Wilson,
so
do you mind
go
taking
to
up the rear since you have
port
an axe?
side and start. Do what?
I was just saying, Wilson, do you mind taking up the rear since you have an axe? If something comes behind us, you can let me, you can protect the
No, I don't
medic.
mind.
Okay.
All right. So they start making their way.
I go down the. I led them down the mess hall side. Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh.
Aft. No. Port. Oh man.
Starboard.
Starboard. I did so much research for my other D&D character, I forgot all of it.
Starburst side.
Port and left have the same amount of letters.
I just couldn't remember what starboard was.
So you're headed down this corridor, and you past the mess hall. You know the mess hall is there,
I
but the doors are
do-
closed.
I do see if I can. I put my ear up to the door. Do I hear anything on the inside?
Thick metal
Uh,
door.
Thick metal door.
Yeah, there's a control panel there. You just it doesn't require a key. You just hit a button and it slides open.
I press the button. I go to open it and peek in.
All right. Food stores have been ravaged. It looks like a pack of rabid raccoons have been through here. Most of the exposed food stores are rotten and covered in mold. Someone has been making origami animals out of metallic paper. Bryce? Setting them up around the room. The origami animals are a product. Well, you don't need to know that part.
I kind of want to know that part.
There's mold everywhere, but it doesn't look like what you saw in the showers in the cryo. But it looks much like the armory. It's been scavenged and ransacked long ago.
Is there?
But yeah, you see, it's like the foil wrappers of juicy fruit. Somebody has made a little unicorn or a giraffe or little origami animals sitting around. There's several of them sitting around the mess hall.
Do I see?
Other than that, it's empty.
I was saying nobody, no body. I don't
Nope.
like that. So I go, well, Ava is online, and she is moving because this is the last place I saw her about an hour ago. So, wait, we have direct comms with each other. I kind of turned to the medic.
Yeah.
Do you have direct comms with Ava the way we have comms with each other?
Well, no, she's not wearing unless she's got an earpiece in, but she's not wearing a suit. So, she wouldn't have comms open. And if she spent 76 years alone on this ship, there's no reason for her to have comms open. Now, from what I heard of the armory, that blood may be hers. She was the only android I know of on the ship. So,
well, if it was hers, depending on how old that blood was, she was in the mess hall within the last hour. So she is up and moving.
It was pretty, I mean, it seemed pretty new.
Unless
Or,
somebody,
sorry, pretty old. It
unless
seemed pretty
something ate her and her sensors are being moved around. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't like that I don't want to accidentally shoot the android, and I really don't want the android to attack me because I assume she might have some of the armory.
old. I don't think the android's going to attack us at all.
There was a mutiny
Not
on the
program-
ship.
Yeah, but it doesn't know us.
Exactly, it
They're not
doesn't
programmed
know
for
us. Maybe not, but if it's artificial intelligence, you're going to do what you can do to survive. It's basic human nature. It may not be human, but it was definitely modeled after one. We also just...
okay, I don't want to, I love that you guys are role playing
Yeah.
and stuff, but we've already gone 30 minutes past when we're supposed to shut it down. So you guys, you just make your way, headed back towards the med bay?
Yeah.
All right, you make your way down, you go through this doorway, and you come up to the living quarters. All of these rooms, most of the doors are locked tight. But the ones that the doors are open, they've been ransacked, or they smell like they just, well, you don't really get the stench because you're wearing a helmet. But you can see the fumes of the stench. You know that it stinks in there. So some of the rooms are open if you want to investigate that. But otherwise, you can make your way onto the med bay.
I'd rather go straight to the med bay because I only
Yeah.
went to the mess hall to see if Ava was there, and since she's roaming around, I don't want to waste time trying to get into every nook and cranny.
All right, so you guys just kind of bypass the living area and make your way onto the med bay. Back up at the bridge, Cham and Rye are working away on the pilot station. The Marine is standing guard at the door. The corporal rep and the captain, like I said, they're kind of just busying themselves, tidying things up and trying to straighten things and setting chairs up. And things are moving along. Maybe Cham and Rye have been working for an hour and a half. Maybe you're halfway done. And you hear on the door.
Of course we do.
And that's what we're going to call it for the night.
Oh,
That's not me.
that's not us.
I didn't
Well,
sing.
My thought process, it knocked. It didn't try to like break in immediately, maybe.
So yeah,
Hello,
I'm
Ava.
sorry, I know we went a bit over for Dylan there, but we were right in the middle of some really cool role play, and I didn't want to cut it.
I was 100%
figured-
okay with going past.
I figured if you felt the need to cut it, you would, but you were the one kind of driving it all, so I just let you go.
For the game.
So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for the subs tonight. Thank you very much for that. And I am Guildmaster Scott. I run things here at the Random Encounters Guild. You can join us here on our Discord server. And stupid link's not working. We like to play a bunch of new games with a bunch of new people. We were discussing earlier before going live about the 5 of us getting together at a table and playing in real life, like the way God intended these games to be played. And Joel wasn't in the call yet, so he doesn't know, but we're pretty excited about what we're cooking up. You can join us there, and also on our YouTube channel. This will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow morning. If you missed part of the story, so yeah, that's it for me. Let's go to Quasi.
Yo, what's going on? Sorry about missing the introductions, but yeah, Quasi_MS. MLB The Show 25 just came out. I'm a primary MLB The Show content creator / streamer. Got YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. I'm loving the game so far. So if y'all like sports content, head over to the channel. Appreciate y'all.
And my stream deck is completely none of my buttons are working at all now. So I can't post the link. Bryce.
Hi, I'm Bryce. Band of buddies. That's about it. We just the most recent one was the 2 of them played Chain together. It's quite funny. We've got 1 or 2 things coming out soon, hopefully. Editing takes a long time, so I'm working on it. But yeah, otherwise, just doing this every Sunday has been fun. So.
And Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, also Renegades Games. That's my Twitch. I have not streamed on since the screw up that one time, but I'm working on it. I'm also part of Bands of Buddies. If you enjoy watching me and Wilson fight, me and Davis do that a lot in real life during our games. So definitely come watch that, because if you enjoyed that, you're going to enjoy us fighting in real life and calling each other actual names. So...
True.
And you'll hear a lot of bleeping because I am not the family-friendly one out of the 3. So,
You kept it.
And Davis.
Davis, I'm just part of Band of Buddies, and that's about it. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time, guys.
Happy to be here.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. And again, I apologize, Dylan, for going a little bit over, but
no, you're good. Me and Bryce were talking about it. I was very okay with going over today. Like, it was like,
yeah,
it was
I think
interesting.
it was worth it. It played out, and now all the links are coming up. It's like they're like 3 minutes behind.
Davis infiltrated the chat.
All right, so that'll be it for us tonight. I'm not even gonna. I don't have Twitch open, so I'm not gonna go see if there's anybody to raid. We're just gonna shut it down for the evening. Tomorrow night we will have Symbaroom. It's a dark fantasy game that is very interesting. Also made by Free League Publishing. We'll have it tomorrow night, and then Wednesday night we'll be back with more Blade 68, which is a Blades in the Dark set in 1968, and we're really having a lot of fun with it. Last week we had a Grand Prix Formula One style race.
Nice.
And chaos ensued. My character threw grenades and all kinds of fun stuff happened. So join us for that, and also you can check that out on our YouTube channel. Those sessions have been up. We're having a lot of fun with that. So yeah, thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you back here a week from tonight for find out who knocks upon the door. Say goodnight, everybody.
Night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.